All right.
All right. Trying, let's see if it's going.
It's going on my end.
It is going?
It says.
All right, that seems promising. Let's see. Yeah. I think we are on. It's happening.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
You are watching two professionals at work.
At work with just oozing competency. I regret using the word oozing. And there we are. That's where we are. So welcome to No Pants Improv. We do a different format every show, 2 shows a week. And tonight's format is solving a murder. Yeah. And the scenario is that these were a group of folks who knew each other. And they're having sort of that big chill moment where they all come back and they share an Airbnb with a pool. But things turn awry when someone is killed. But what we need from the audience first is a suggestion. What we'd like to get is, how do these folks know each other? Where did they know each other from in the past? So think about where, if you were getting together with a bunch of friends, how did you know them? What did you do together? You all in a hang gliding society? Bree, any things you could think of where you would grab folks together?
Cheese tasting. They were professional cheese tasters.
Professional cheese tasters. Let's see. We've got a bunch. We've got college drama club, Twilight book club. I feel like college drama club can even probably head a Twilight book club as part of it. I feel there. So there we go. Let's go for, I feel like these were folks who knew each other. They were all in a drama club together.
Yeah.
Yep. So they've all come together of having been in high school or college drama. What do you want to say?
Well, I think I think they met, right, and like high school drama club, and now they've been friends since then. So
friends since then.
It's like their
regular thing. They get together.
Yeah.
Every year.
But
ever since.
They're really into drama still. They probably still talk about it a lot. Yeah.
I like it. And so they decided to go. So then we'll go to Black, and we present to you Summer's End.
I'm Detective Donna Crisper. I'm at the Sun Springs Police Department. I was assigned to this case in part because I'm a lady, and that means that I identify with females, particularly those who are victims. So I'm pretty excited to be on this case because I haven't been trusted to run my own investigation in the past. I've had some issues with chain of custody and evidence, which I'm not worried about this time around. I've got my ducks in a row. The victim's name is Summer Mason. She is a young girl in the prime of her life, cut down too soon. She was visiting Sun Springs with a group of friends, a bunch of drama queens, so to speak, and they were staying at a fairly posh pool house here at the outskirts of town. Because they're so remote and because of the close quarters they were living in, I'm fairly certain that they are the best suspects, and certainly where I'm going to begin my questioning. To start out, I think I'll interview the best friend, the purported best friend. Hello, Betsy.
Hi, Detective Donna Crisper. Should I call you Donna or?
Detective Crisper is fine, thank you.
Okay, Detective Crisper.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have time to get like really dressed. I am covered. I just want everybody to know that. But
You're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. Let's talk about your friend Summer, shall we? I see that you take sun safety very seriously. Is that a passion Summer shared with you?
Not really. Summer was really careless. I don't mean that in a bad way. Like I just, I've always been a little bit more I'll say a lot more cautious. We were in crossing guard together in elementary school. And she never used her stop sign. And that's kind of when I knew, like right off the bat, this is a girl who plays with fire. And it really only got worse as we got older. She never used a timer when she baked, ever.
So you were drawn to her rebellious, reckless nature, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself more of a rule follower?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie and say her lifestyle didn't excite me a little bit, but I mean I'm a by the book player, I like you said, I take things very seriously. Even being out here now, I don't feel do you feel like you're being adequately protected from the sun right now? Can I get you a hat?
I appreciate so much your concern. You mentioned that you're more of a by the book player. That's an interesting statement. From what I've been told, you were in the drama club, kind of a rigid personality on stage. How did your acting style blend with your friend Summers?
Well, I think it didn't really. We had different acting styles and we got cast for very different parts. I was always like the school marm or the nurse. She was always like in the musicals. They never cast me in any of the musicals. And I have a beautiful voice too. It's just, I don't think you should strain it.
Would you say that Summer was gracious about her being cast when you were not?
Sure. Yeah. No, she was.
Uh,
Betsy, I don't think you need to get hung up on the spreadsheet, lifestyle that you are just so keen on. I think there are tons of roles that you could pull off. I mean, they do have a bunch of nurses in here and school marms, but
Summer, it is like so cold in here. You're gonna catch your death.
oh, well, I'm trying to make my nipples look hard because the bonfire is tonight. And so I just want to be like extra sexy looking. And I read that if you like turn your AC way down, your nipples can stay hard for like hours.
Okay, that is super freaky. And I don't really know if I approve of it. Like if anybody asks me about that, I'm gonna flat out deny it. But
Betsy, I feel like I hesitate to even tell you these things because these are fun things. These are like, we're women. We should be like having fun with our bodies and exploring life. I also brought you a Coors Light, and I don't know if I should tell you that either because I think you're going to like call my mom, which I mean, we're over 21 now. We can like have some Coors Lights, get hard nipples and go party. And I think you should like just live a little bit.
well, I just noticed that last week, you had that sprained ankle and you were taking a lot of Tylenol. And you shouldn't be drinking together because, it can have a negative impact on your liver.
Yeah, I mean, like Tylenol, totally, yes, I agree with you. And I was totally taking Tylenol. I did not get pills from someone that we hardly know. I was definitely at Walgreens buying Tylenol. And yeah, acetaminophen is the worst. And thank you for that. Maybe I'll take that tip. You're my good friend, my best friend. I shouldn't say good friend, best friends, since forever. And
you are my best friend. And I just took this quiz in Cosmo and
you're reading Cosmo. Good.
Well, I've branched out a lot. Like, I mean, just because I don't like to destroy my liver doesn't mean that I don't like to do stuff with my body.
Well, this news is good news. Tell me more. What would the quiz say?
that we're going to be friends forever. That's what it literally what it said. That
all freeze on those answers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it basically said we were like soulmates or like star sisters or something like that. I forget now. It was next to another article about like pleasing your man, and I got really distracted with that.
Yeah, I'm so bored with those. But
Yeah.
I'm excited though that you're like being more, in touch with your form. Like, do you want to go to this bonfire with me tomorrow? It's a, closed optional bonfire.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to say yes. And I'm also going to say yes to drinking that beer.
Awesome. Oh my God. Like, let's get 48-hour crunk. That means like get fucked up 48 hours before we have to go to the party.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Next, I'm going to interview the drama king. Ah, there you are. All right. Drama king, Billy Vance. You were spotted with Summer at that bonfire. What were you talking about?
Oh, we were just going over lines. There's a lot of ways to interpret some of the beats of the play we were working on, and so it was theater stuff like that. This is a cool place, right? Like this, I've got to say,
Really nice.
We had I know. So,
how did you guys manage to afford it? You're all, college students.
Yeah, we used to split it evenly originally, and we just got made it. But now, some folks are doing better than others.
Who's doing better than others?
So I don't like to. I got a deal. NBC took up a pilot that I'd been working on, and so I went ahead, and so this year's on me. Wow. So yeah.
That's a lot of largesse for a pilot. Did they do a full season order, or did they just do to production of the pilot itself?
It's just a season order right now. We actually got the first one in the can. We actually put it out there before even getting funding as a way to. Do you know a lot about Hollywood? Have you?
Oh, I used to be something of a thespian myself, but those days are long behind me. I do a little community theater here and there, here in Sun Springs. I could send you my demo reel. Anyway, tell me, you sounds like you're the showrunner of this pilot. Did you cast any of your friends here in any roles?
Not originally. That became a little bit of an issue. For folks, this is kind of my apology to the group.
Oh, really? Because you couldn't cast any of them.
I explained that. I mean, technically, I have full casting authority, but I explained that for the network to sign on, people can be such star fuckers, right? So they've got to see names that they know.
You didn't have even a role for a nurse or something. No.
Sure. If something came up, there's a couple of folks. The problem is as soon as you let one friend in, others are going to. So I'd been in some talks with some people here, but some folks just, you're not always your best judge. Betsy, like if there's a singing part, Betsy's like, do you want me to sing? And Betsy should not sing.
Well, are your friends, were they happy to celebrate your success now that,
I think I gotta hope the pool didn't hurt. Right. So it's always an awkward thing, but you know what? A rising tide, raises all ship. I was going to bring everyone on board. And actually, I guess there's no sense. It's not going to get out now. But between you and me, actually, I had, it was going to be a bit of a vehicle for Autumn.
For Autumn. Okay.
So this is, it's obviously it's a terrible tragedy, but it's also creating a casting issue for me.
You mean Summer?
Summer, sorry. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you'd cast her in that singing role, I'm assuming. Yeah.
No, that was even a side role. No, this was going to be the lead character.
Lead. Wow.
Yeah. So you'd play. You'd appreciate that. She was going to play a detective in San Diego. There hadn't really been a good San Diego franchise, so she was going to be a detective, but she serves aboard Navy submarines. right? A
Right.
submarine detective. So, because crimes could happen
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
pressure.
Did you have any other sort of hobbies that you enjoyed with some of the members of this group, this friend group, or were you all just united by, you think, drama, love of drama?
That we played around with book clubs every now and then. So we did that. So yeah. But otherwise, I mean, the theater was where we got to really know each other, and then we just sort of catch up every year like this.
Who would you
It's
say
for
is
me.
most jealous of your success?
God. That's a good question. I feel like Karen really took it kind of hard. I think Karen always expects, I know she accused Summer of getting the role, and Summer kept it quiet. So I don't know how she would have known about that, but yeah.
Interesting. And you and Summer were seen a lot alone together. Were you working on some sort of other project, or was it to discuss this project?
We were talking a lot about the role of it. Like, she had very little experience, so we were sort of talking about where we want to go. She was honestly a little bit, just a little bit. She didn't quite understand how it was going to work being set on a submarine as sort of a thing. So we kind of kept going back to trying to work out the kinks in that.
Okay, all right.
Detective, have you ever thought about being in a show?
Well, of course I have. I've given it quite a lot of thought. I had a lot of success in my community theater. So
Yeah, I feel like
anyway.
she always pushed back a little bit on it.
So I'm literally just like calling out there's a leak, even though we're like in a submarine, and like literally that would be a huge problem, but it's funny because I'm a detective.
Right. Well, because the idea is that you're primarily a detective. You're observing a lot of things, and it should be it is a big deal. It's a submarine, right? But you're keeping your cool. That's sort of it's a detective who's sort of unflappable, except when she has flashbacks to the crime of her parents being murdered that she's never solved.
Well, that makes sense. I just don't know. I mean, like, so you really want me to say this funny? Like, because there's a leak, baby. Oh, is that okay?
No, we didn't. Try again. Just we'll throw it against the wall. We'll see what sticks.
Okay. Because there's a leak, baby.
I like it. You think you could do something? I feel like the glasses that you could.
Like sexier or like more serious. Like I'm a woman with a brain.
So we want it to be like very sexy, but we don't want it to be exploitive.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a leak, baby.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm definitely.
No, too much tongue.
Too much tongue. Too much. Just a little. I loved it. I wish America was ready for that choice. Okay. I wish to hell we had an audience that was ready for that choice, and the people of the network wouldn't be up our butts. All right.
This is why we're best friends. Like, don't tell Betsy, but you are my best friend. You always tell me when there's too much tongue going on. Like if I'm overdoing it in the sexy glasses department. I feel like you're the only people who's honest with me about anything.
You know what? I feel like you give so much talent to everything. I'm just lucky to have you in the room and in the room of my friendship. You know what? You're making me gushy.
The heart room.
Hey, Summer, it's good to see you here. Seems like, I don't know, whatever you're practicing seems really like maybe sexy. I don't know, seems kind of risque, right? Sorry, hey Billy, just our friend here. I'm just kind of walked by, and I don't know, I'm just kind of confused about these scenes that are taking place. But yeah. Go ahead. I'll call you later. All right. Bye.
We're doing improv.
Yeah.
Okay. That I should have said that like right away. We should have just said that we've like taken up like, the road that you shouldn't travel as an actor, and we were pretending that we were improvisers and
that was
stuff up without a script. Like, who the hell thinks that's actual acting?
Right? Like, how is that even an art? Like, that's what they do in kindergarten, right? Like,
exactly. Do you think David Mamet has a lot to say about improvisers being like actual actors?
Yeah. I don't know if David Mamet has ever said like, but they would.
Okay, Karen, you confronted Summer about taking that role in Billy's pilot. That's correct, right?
I wouldn't say confronted. I mean, I spoke with her on the subject. I congratulated her on the subject. Summer and I have done several productions together.
I see. Oh, please go ahead.
I was Mrs. Lovett to her Sweeney Todd. I was Dory to her Nemo. I was Mrs. Hannigan to her Annie.
Did you enjoy always playing the older sort of crone characters, or did you long to be cast in a more youthful light?
You mean, yeah, the wise characters. You know, I brought
shriveled. Yeah, right.
You to these characters. You know, I am good at being large. You know, and Summer is very subdued. And also I'm great at tap dancing, and a lot of the characters that I've, Dory has a whole tap dance scene when she can't find her way, when she's cognitively impaired.
It's very poignant. I remember. You had always been something of a mentor to this entire group, if I understand correctly, had sort of taken them under your wing in the drama department.
Well, I don't have a lot of years over them, but I've got just more experience than them.
Your parents were celebrity parents. They wanted you to be a child actress. You were in some commercials.
I was in the I was a Gerber baby.
Can you do the Gerber baby giggle for me? I'm a fan. Incredible. Incredible.
Part.
Yeah. Wow.
My parents were in several movies.
So you've touched fame before, and from what I understand, Billy was looking for more quote unquote stars for his pilot. Did you think it was odd that he passed you over in casting for any role in this particular?
Well, I mean, he and I have done a lot of work together, and
some of that work being also pleasure. From what I've been told, you were romantically involved for quite some time.
This is true. This is true. He used to call me his little cougar baby. But we had a mutual breakup. I had some younger than him, even, like I don't even know how young.
Very can't be too much younger. Yeah, because they're all college age. Yeah.
But I needed something different, and he needed maybe someone more aged, maybe someone that acted more like an old person. I don't know.
Who do you see yourself collaborating with in the future?
Well, I've had some phone calls with Al Pacino lately.
Of this friend group here, I'm just saying, who's your favorite co-creator?
Well, I've thought about doing a one-woman show, actually. A one-woman musical is what I've thought about.
That sounds great. Yeah, good.
Karen, I want to be in a show with you. Why are you gonna just do the one act or one woman show, one acts? I want to do a duo with my cougar mama. Come on.
Look, sometimes the little birdie has to fly free.
But why do you have to fly so far away from like where I am? Like, I brought you, I've been working on being a Miss Hannigan myself, so I brought you a present. I drank most of it. But...
Oh, what? Thank you so much. You know what Mama likes.
I know. I was thinking that we could like pour some in the bathtub and just like get our read on and like.
I'm down for that. I will get the bath bubbles going. By bubbles, I mean the mimosa bath.
Yes, that sounds awesome.
Yes. Why don't you be my understudy for my one-woman act?
I will totally be your understudy. Like I am pretty good at memorizing, and I've been working on some different interpretations of a lot of different works, and I think I could handle yours. I love your writing. Like I've always just been a huge fan. I would be honored to be your understudy.
Well, you are it. I've cast you. I will tell the director immediately. Listen, I've got a little soiree I'm having next weekend. I thought, maybe we could go, maybe you might want to go with me.
A soiree?
Yes.
I love
My
parties.
+1.
Yeah.
You hesitated. I saw it. On your.
No, I'm not. I totally would go, but I just needed to know that I'm sort of talking to somebody right now. But I don't want to assume that you meant like +1, like maybe make out at the end of the night, or just +1, like this is my understudy and like acting partner who I really respect.
Well,
So, Sam, I've been told you were extremely close with Summer. Very good friends, thick as thieves.
Thick as thieves, yeah. Really, really close.
But you're not in the drama department, or you do lightly, you do some stagehanding, but you're not one of the thespians.
Yeah.
What was your common bond with?
I'm not
Summer?
a thespian. I'm a different Ian. I don't do that stage.
A different Ian. Interesting. Okay. Well, you two were often seen together. What were some of the things you like to do together?
Like to watch movies.
Mm-hmm. Netflix?
Yeah. Netflix.
And then
no chill.
Possibly no chill. No chill.
Just Netflix and Hulu. Hulu, no chill.
So you guys were not in any way romantically entangled.
Oh God. Okay, detective. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do this.
This is my job, this is what I do.
This is what you do. So congrats to you. You're getting paid for this.
Right.
Yeah, and no benefit to me. Right?
Well, I'd be solving the murder of presumably somebody you were romantically involved with.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So 2 points for you. All right. So I'm just gonna be upfront with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in love, like totally 100% in love. I'll admit there was some chill. Oh, hey, Betsy.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, no.
Did Betsy not know? Why were you keeping this a secret?
Okay, no one knew.
Hmm.
I mean, it was really bad for her acting career. She, was talking to Billy, who's like the drama king. There was gonna be a topless scene, and I don't know. There was like some
Topless scene.
Yeah, some issues about being outwardly not interested in the dudes that would mostly be watching this kind of shit. So yeah, it was hard for us, and I have to tell you, I'm really torn up by it all. It's like a really, really bad situation for me.
I believe it. Yeah. Well, my condolences.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you find the killer, because I do.
Babe, I'm so happy that we've figured out ways to chill, because I just can't even like handle it anymore with these guys. And I mean, even Mama Karen is like, I just feel like I'm projecting sex right now, and people are just like coming on to me. I know that's like the wrong thing to say, but I'm just excited that we get this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Hetty, you know how much I love hearing about you projecting sex and others being into you. We've discussed this at great lengths. Yeah, it's nice to be able to chill by the fire and really just get some alone time away from all the drama of queens and kings. And I'm liking this. I'm really loving this.
I'm loving this too. And I mean, I know the big bonfire party is tomorrow, so I thought this was really smart to come here tonight. But I did invite Betsy to the party, and I told her that clothing was optional.
Really? So Betsy, the biggest prude ever. Oh,
Yeah.
you know how I feel about her, babe. I can't stand to be around her.
I know, but she's claiming that she's like getting all like kind of in touch with her body, and so I'm wondering if she like goes naked tomorrow at the bonfire, that like some of that like excess body hair will burn off, and like maybe she'll just like calm down and like, I don't know, get fucked up.
No, honey, no one is getting in touch with her body. No one. But speaking of getting in touch with bodies, do you want to maybe go back to the cabin?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm kind of mad that we waited this long. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Well, I think I'm going to need to see some of these characters again, certainly. There's a lot of discrepancies. Things are not adding up the way that they should. I think I'll talk to Betsy first. I just saw her creeping around, so I know she's in the area. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, you're a creep for sure.
I was just replying. And I also had to shave my armpit. I don't know if you've ever heard of there's a medical term for it. I won't bore you. I just have unusually fast growing body hair.
Do you? That must have been very unsightly for somebody as superficially oriented as Summer.
Well, remember
Summer was in many ways a very bad influence on you, wasn't she, Betsy?
well, she convinced me to go to parties under the pretense that they were going to be fun, and I was going to be living out some sort of page in the Cosmopolitan, and I ended up just getting made fun of.
Mm-hmm. And you started drinking very heavily, didn't you, Betsy? Very, very heavily.
I wasn't doing it with Tylenol.
That's something. Though you had started to experiment with other drugs, cocaine.
Yes, it's true that I've experimented with other drugs, including cocaine, ketamine twice, several types of pharmaceuticals. But
You know that Summer, when she died, had ketamine and several other kinds of pharmaceuticals in her system at the time.
well, she was hooked on that stuff. She was taking it virtually every night. She had sleeping problems, and you could hear her having nightmares and like thrashing around in her bed. And I just was just helping her out. Like she was.
Yeah, because your father's a doctor, right? And you were stealing the prescription pad from him.
Yeah, but that was that was a long time ago. I haven't. All of these prescriptions have my name on them now.
Right. So you would be legally liable should that have been a factor in her death, just for procuring those for her. You know that. Did you know how much danger she was constantly putting you in, how much trouble you could get in?
I told her, I told her that she was putting me in an awkward position, but she was threatening me. She was telling.
Oh, come off it, Betsy. Come off it. She wasn't threatening you. You were in love with her. You were in love with her, and you would have done anything for her.
Well, I mean, Maybe. No, I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry, but I like to take a Xanax every once in a while and do a vodka bomb, but like I feel like you're, doing this so often that I'm getting a little worried about you.
Summer, this was your idea. And like, honestly, this isn't really working anymore. Ever since, did you tell Sam about my body hair?
I mean, I don't keep notes on like what I tell everybody. I think people can kind of see your body hair, like the little like armpit spiders and crotch spiders that you have when we go to the pool. So I don't think it's like a thing that people like don't know about.
Because I saw something written in the bathroom stall down at the blue lamp.
Well, I mean, I've given up writing in the bathroom stall, I don't do that anymore. Whose handwriting was it?
I don't know. I don't know whose handwriting it was. I'm not a handwriting analyst, but I blame you. I'm gonna blame you because Sam is looking at me weird, and this guy that I was like trying to hook up with, he totally like could not see past the body hair to my steel hard nipples, and all he could focus on was the crotch spiders. And you did this.
I didn't do anything. I wanted you to come to the party. I'm proud of you that you were able to keep your nipples hard for that long. And
Look
like,
how red I am. I got sunburned because you said don't wear sunscreen.
well, I just wanted you to live a little. I didn't know you were going to live so much. And
I
like,
hate you.
All right, so that's interesting. That bonfire, that was an interesting night for a lot of people, it sounds like. Yeah, Karen, did you end up going naked to that bonfire? There's a buzzing. I can't.
I generally go naked. I, in fact, lived several years in a nudist colony.
Karen, you didn't mention that you had written a letter to the network execs who had picked up Billy's pilot and told them that the lead was a quote unquote whore. What made you call Summer a whore?
I mean, I meant whore in the kindest sense, in the most respectful way.
A whore you wanted to date, clearly.
I mean, look, in the theater world, there are no boundaries. We like to bond with each other in the most intimate ways we can, so that we can know each other intimately in our craft.
Is that a ritual that you performed with any other young thespians other than perhaps Summer?
Okay, yes, I will say I was in the Wasatone theater. Some people call it a cult. We called it a community. And there were several younger actors,
including Betsy, correct? I mean, you were working on Betsy.
I would not say the word working on Betsy, unless we're talking about scenes that happened as I was working during my acting happenings. But yes, Betsy and I spent some time together. She's a nice young lady, though quite.
And both of you had been spurned by Summer, of course. I mean, that's a major bond between the two of you, I'd assume. And also, of course, there was the matter of you being replaced in your one-act play with Summer. You didn't mention that.
I did not mention that. I didn't think there was a need to mention that the Karen Appleton show the Karen Appleton was taken out of the show so that
Summer
someone
Mason.
not named Karen Appleton would be put in as the lead of the Karen Appleton show.
So it was all falling apart for you, it sounds like. And it was all Summer's fault?
Look.
Mama Karen, I just thought that we had a different kind of relationship. I'm sorry that things got so off the rails with us, but like, you don't need to do this.
You are not Karen Appleton.
I know that, but I'm sorry, my lawyers like sent you this registered letter that you can't just like throw in your compost pile, like, because I have legal rights to your show now because the producers enjoyed my performance better. So I am Karen Appleton on stage. You will always be Mama Karen, like, to me and to the whole group. And I still respect you. Like, I
do not respect you anymore. I will come to your house every night. I will be at this stoop every night, and I will be performing the Karen Appleton show on your stoop, Summer's stoop, for summer. Because my only way of getting the Karen Appleton show to come out as the wonder that it should be is for you to, in your head, have me on your stoop every night performing the Karen Appleton tap dance hooray.
Karen, like, that would have been music to my ears a long time ago, but like after you repeatedly called me a whore and a clit tease, I'm a little like worn out by you. And you can try to do the Karen Appleton show on my stoop, but we know that you're trying to get in my pants and that you're in love with me. Okay? I'm sorry. I know that's weird for you. I know. All right. So you're gonna tell me off through dance again. I know what you mean when you do that with your arms, and like I'm not going to sit here and listen to it.
I will tap dance on your soul.
You know, your girl was in pretty high demand, Sam.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
I hope you had a lot of trust for her, because from what I've been told, she was in some pretty scandalous bathtub situations with Karen. And of course, Betsy and she got drunk constantly, it says. And oh yeah, do you remember the part where she went topless for Billy? You felt very secure in that relationship?
Whatever. I mean, it's all drama. I'm sorry. You can't engage in drama without realizing that things are going to happen, and it's just all going to be based on the show and pleasing the audience. It's not about me.
Sam. Did you think I wouldn't find your journal? It's filled with notes, half-written drafts of notes to Summer saying, "Stop, you slut. You are mine. I own you." This is pretty possessive stuff.
All right, whatever. I mean, slut was like it was like a pet name. Okay.
You've got literally her entire schedule every day marked down in intricate detail. You were following her, weren't you?
It's a lesbian thing to stay on top of schedules and be invested in someone's emotions and what they're doing.
You should be ashamed. That's just tough. And of course, you conveniently forgot to mention that you work as a pharmacy tech and have lots of access to all kinds of pharmaceuticals.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did you ask that question at some point? I was just supposed to like start like spouting off random stuff, like what I like to do as a child. I mean, come on, that's your issue, detective.
Sam, I would just think that you would want me to maybe solve your girlfriend's murder, and she did die due to an overdose of drugs. Or did you not know that?
I didn't know that. So thank you for telling me. Let's find the killer. Someone had to come in like in the middle of the night and like put drugs in her mouth.
And you were with her in the middle of the night, or weren't you?
What night? No, I mean she had a boyfriend.
Wait a minute. You're saying now that she was with Billy? That's your claim.
Yeah, Billy. Her boyfriend. Billy Badass. Billy, yeah. That was her
Wow. Wow. Sam, you really are changing. You're singing a different tune, so to speak. I guess that's showbiz, right?
I don't sing. I've never been chosen for singing roles, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're yet another failed actor. Terrible.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it, okay? I tried. No one wanted me for the topless scenes.
And you were just as jealous as everyone else, weren't you? When you found out about Summer getting that role in Billy's pilot, you confronted her, didn't you?
No. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. I'm done answering questions.
Babe, like, you know how you always tell me that, you know, when someone closes a door to a closet, they open a window to the closet? Karen has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I don't even think I want to do the Karen Appleton show anymore, but Billy came through, babe. I'm going to be the star of his sitcom. And by sitcom, I don't know if it's funny. I can't really get it. I think it might be a drama.
Okay. Well, it sounds great, honey. So like I usually ask you, what are the requirements for being in this? How much nudity, how much kissing, hugging, cuddling, looking like you're interested? Run me through it.
Well, I mean, he said light nudity, like nothing more than boobs. And he said he was only going to be my stand-in for the guy who's like my like love interest, like a couple times a week. So it's not going to be like I'm, you know, making out with Billy every day, just like a couple times a week, just like for professional reasons.
Okay, so when you say boobs, you're talking more than one.
Yeah, I mean, I had to sign a contract that said 2 nipple showings, like every 6 weeks or every 6 episodes.
I told Billy, I told him ahead of time, 1 boob, no nipple.
Honey, like I feel like it's a move for television to be a little bit more body positive, where we're not being so crazy about the nipple being shown.
Are you making the nipple hard?
Well, I've gotten really good at it. I feel like I need to showcase all of my talents that I have developed through my years of training for this. Why aren't you happier for me?
No hard nipple. I have told you no hard nipple.
My ankle is really hurting from all that tap dancing with Mama Karen. Can you score me some Oxy? It really hurts.
You know, I'll think about it. Maybe when your nipple calms down a little bit, okay?
You weren't complaining when my nipples were hard for you, sweetheart. Like I, you know, for you, it's authentic. I don't even have to act. My nipples are acting when I'm doing that stuff with Billy and with everyone else.
I still don't approve. I don't. And you know what? Maybe I'll give you this pill. Maybe I won't. We'll see. I'm going to go watch some Netflix and not chill.
All right. So I'm going to need it.
Billy,
I just
Billy?
need a sub. I just need a sub. Okay. It needs to work.
Hang up the phone right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
There's a detective.
That's right.
I think she'd be good for this show. I'm just saying. All right. We'll check it. Hey.
Billy. So many secrets, so little time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I thought I had you pegged as just like an amateur blackmailer, just extorting a young actress to get sexual favors. I thought, this is run of the mill. This is no big deal. I didn't realize that you were really in deep with Sam for all that money. I mean, you are broke as a joke, aren't you?
I mean, it's Hollywood, right? You roll, you take some big chances. That's part of the game. I kind of expected that.
And you had your pilot order canceled because the Karen Appleton show was going to be slated.
All right.
Did you know
all right.
that?
I'd heard the rumors that Karen was gonna go with that, but I told NBC was worried about the but I'm this close to getting the submarine, and once I get the sub, they're sure to greenlight it. They're sure to greenlight that.
Karen Appleton was your ex-girlfriend who you dumped flat for Summer, and now I'm just envisioning in my head you think you think you're on the road to stardom, you think you're golden, and then all of a sudden that old has-been is the future again. You went crawling back to her, didn't you?
I mean, we may have reconnected on it, and I didn't know how to break that to Summer, and I thought I would get in the way of the
So you just kept on extorting Summer for sexual favors.
I feel like that's a strong way of putting it. For one thing, we never actually had intercourse.
No, she just kept her nipples hard for you. I mean, that's a very specific request.
I'm not going to say it was completely platonic. I just don't want it to get more sordid than it was. Okay, and we had some really clear ground rules. She said only one, and that was enough for me.
But you didn't, even though you owed Sam so much money for drugs, for gambling debt, you didn't follow your own agreement. You broke it. You kept extorting. I don't get it. You were really up a creek, right? I mean, Sam was going to figure it out eventually that you were.
I think, look, I was prepared to offer Sam a job if that's what it took.
A job doing what? I mean, Karen Appleton stuff?
No, we give like an underwater welder kind of thing. I'm sure we could have figured it out. The point is that, you know what? I think that's why I might want other people dead. All right. Okay. She was my star. Okay. Things were going so well. Okay, this is going terribly. All right.
I don't even know what to do. I feel like all I do is smoke cigarettes and try to be thin and like keep my nipples hard, and it's a lot of
I know. Look, it's everyone hears about this, right? That before they got big, they were the struggling time. Okay, that's what this is. All right. I'm telling you, once people can see crime solved under the pressure of a deep, unforgiving sea, they're never going to want to go back to normal crime dramas again.
I mean, you're banking on that fact. I don't know. Like, can we cut the bullshit here and like really talk about what's going on? I found the bottles of bathtub gin marked only for the bathtub. Love, Mama Karen. Are you taking like alcohol baths with Mama Karen? I told you about how I did that and how it was weird and how I felt like she like pounced on me and took advantage of me, and you're putting yourself in the same situation.
I know, but you told the story so vividly. I got curious, I wanted to go back to that. And I just, yeah. Plus, you always prefer showers and not baths. I figured it could be it sounds terrible when I say it out loud.
So you want Mama Karen on the side?
I don't, well, how do you feel about that?
I'm not okay with that. She's went crazy on me because I took over her show, even though it was given to me because I'm better at acting.
That's a reasonable response. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Okay. Did you sleep with her?
We didn't have intercourse. All right.
How many nipples were out?
Do I count mine?
Yes.
One of mine, both of hers. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have pills in my purse and I'm going to take them to calm down because I feel like I have no choice at this point. Like, you are driving me to I don't even know what to do.
I feel like everyone has ketamine here but me. I feel like.
Well, I'm not inclined to share it with you right now. I'll just say that.
I need you to keep it together. All right. I just need you to hold it together and to get on that boat to deliver it's going to burst and there's going to be water that floods it. And there's going to be some light nudity.
And while I'm showing both hard nipples, which someone in my life is kind of upset about, by the way, I'm not going to say who, I really have to say that stupid line. It doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe people
Come on, one more time with the
baby, there's a leak.
You had the glasses in it.
I feel like nothing.
You're not going to take this seriously. Okay.
I don't think when my nipples are out, people are going to care if the glasses are in my mouth or not.
Look, some of the audience are going to be up here and some of them are going to be down there. But the important thing is they're going to be watching.
They're going to be watching for my nipples leaking, because when I say, baby, there's a leak, they're going to be like, oh, is she talking literally? Like literally, like the submarine and the breast milk, which I don't have. It's Mama Karen who has a kid, not me.
I was actually hoping we could bring her in to have sort of a stunt.
I will be in the bathroom.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you meeting me. I talked with all of you at length, and you're all a reprehensible bunch. I'm sure you know that. But I'm excited to tell you I have finally cracked this case. First, I thought it's definitely Sam, deranged stalker, that a linchpin with criminal ties to the mob, running drugs, lending money in high volume, and yet, honestly, pretty, like, as far as it went with Summer, getting it, whereas a lot of people were not getting it. You know what I mean? So not as much motive. And so I moved on. Then I thought, oh man, that Billy he's a slime ball for sure. He's extorting her. His sitcom is basically a work of fiction in and of itself. At this point, he had no chance of getting that submarine, especially once he'd crossed Sam, the only person who had a line on a submarine, might I add. And that seemed like, wow, that's got to be the one. But then I looked into it, and you didn't really have the money to procure a lot of pills, did you, Billy? You were broke. You were broke. So
I wanted to buy the ketamine, but could not.
Could not. And then it came down to Karen and Betsy, and I realized, Karen, you had a lot of reasons to be jealous of Summer, but you also, your star was back on the rise, right? The Karen Appleton show had been picked back up. You were getting it on with Billy again. I mean, sure, you weren't 100% satisfied, but also you had some stuff to focus on, and also you didn't really have access to a bunch of ketamine either. And that left Betsy, the best friend. It's always the best friend. Why is it always the best friend? Oh, Betsy. I should have known when the victim had terrible, like, sunburn all over her body that was a hallmark of you. You gained her sympathy. You commiserated with her about Billy messing with you. You read Cosmo articles together. She trusted you, and you kept pumping her with increasing amounts and dosages of drugs, knowing you were creating a very toxic dependency. And why? All because you wanted a singing part on a sitcom that did not exist, and because you loved her.
I deserve that singing part. Have you even heard my voice? It's incredible. I've never strained it in my life.
Let me tell you something. You could have the voice of an angel, but with that amount of body hair, you're never going to be in Hollywood. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. And I just want to chime in. And she loved me.
Ever loser.
She loved me.
Never even got any of that. And Billy, put your nipples away.
Please, that's not appropriate at all. Karen, though, I'm gonna send you my demo reel. I'd love for you to think about considering me. I know it's a one-woman show, but maybe you'll find a detective part in there somewhere. Search your heart.
Maybe you'd like
Betsy,
to
Detective, are you sure I couldn't just get you to just, if you could just say the line, "We've sprung a leak"?
We sprung a leak.
I'll say it.
Betsy. Save it for the community theater productions in Shawshank.
And that is our show. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Let's have the whole cast. Yeah. Oh man, murder solved. Always nice. Summer, don't worry, justice was found. Thank you for everyone who is watching. Bree, do you know what the next show is coming up? Do you want to kick it off with that?
I don't think we have any days left in. Oh, we have 1 day left in this month.
So more shows coming up on next on Wednesday. Wednesday, 6:30 Central
It'll be
Time.
my murder mystery,
There you
Yeah.
go. Ah,
There it is.
Kristen,
which
just-
I will not be detective. Yes.
Oh, that pretty much means it's not going to get solved.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. And I'm going to stop the stream, but keep the chat going here.